so much newness. There is so many new launches from different brands. That's what we're diving into today. I have the new Daylight eyeshadow palette by Alter Ego, and they're also generous enough to send over some new brushes. And you guys, these look like they are, I'm gonna say, very similar to some brushes that I use a lot. So stay tuned for that. Sigma Beauty was kind enough to send me a PR package here. It has the new skin tints in it. They sent me a color corrector, and then this one is like a powder. So I will dive into that as well. I've got some new Rephr brushes, and there was also some new products that I picked up. I'm going to say that they're new to me. They may not be like an entirely new launch. And then I have some drugstore products. So this is going to be, I'm really super excited for this. This is going to be fun. This is one of the things I enjoy the most about having my YouTube channel, is trying out all of this new makeup. As you can appreciate, I absolutely love makeup. I have since I was a teenager, and I just love trying all the new stuff. So we're just going to jump in and get started. So the first thing that I want to try out, because it looked really, really interesting, is I think this came out like maybe a couple of months ago, but we just got it here in Canada just really recently. It's the e.l.f. bronzing drops. So I love a good bronzing drop. I have this one in the shade, it's called Bronze 1. What you're supposed to do with this one, you're supposed to mix this in with like your moisturizer or like any products that you're putting on your face. So I'm going to give it a good shake, and we're going to go in, I'm going to mix it in with my In Beauty Extreme Cream Moisturizer. Have I told you guys about this? I don't know if I did. I think I had it as I wanted to purchase it on that Sephora sale several months ago, and I did buy it, and I have really been liking this. This is a great moisturizer, but I'll go into that, and I'm gonna have this probably in like a favorites video, because it really is like my favorite right now. So what I'm gonna do is put some moisturizer on the back of my hand, and we're gonna go in with these bronzing drops. Now it says to use 1 to 3. The more drops you use, the more intense your glowiness, I guess, or your tan's going to be. So I'm just going to use 1 drop, maybe 2. So that's what it looks like. And I'm just going to mix this together. Mixing away. All I have right now on my face is a serum, but I haven't gone in with anything else. And we're just going to rub that in. So this was one of those products, from my understanding, that went a little bit viral. It was really hard to find when it was first launched. I like any sort of like a bronzing drop that you can like apply quickly. I think you can actually use this like all over your body. I don't think it's specifically for the face. So we will let that sit. Also take it down my neck. So I wanted to start with that first and let it kind of work its magic a little bit before we start going in with other products. Well, I'm actually quite surprised of how it's working really quickly. I can see it's giving me a bronzy, like sun-kissed kind of glow. I'm just going to go in with some Alter Ego. This is my eyelid primer before I apply the eyeshadow. I always like to prep my eyelids before that. So I hope everybody's doing okay. It's been a busy week for me at work, but it's all good. It's been kind of hot here. The weather's been pretty warm. Can't believe like it's already like we're in the second week of August. I don't know where the summer has gone. It is just like flowing by. And oh, one thing about those drops, I was going to say, after you apply them, I highly recommend going and washing your hands afterwards, just because you don't want to get that all over your hands, and now your hands are like that nice shade of tan on your fingers. And off camera, I did do my eyebrows. That's the only thing I did off camera, is just I did my eyebrows. Unfortunately, I was expecting, there was a new eyebrow pencil that was recently launched by a brand, and it didn't come to me yet. So I'm waiting for it. It's in the mail. Now, one of the things in the package that Sigma sent me is this. It is the Spectrum Color Correcting Duo, and this is in the shade light to medium. This is one of those products that I use for color correcting, and I find it really does help neutralize that darkness under my eyes. So I usually just take a little bit of both, and just my fingertip, and gently pat it in. This is such a rich and creamy formula, and I find it really does help. I don't get a lot of creasing with my concealer. Look at how it just neutralized. So I haven't done this side yet. Look at that. So I'm excited to dive into this eyeshadow palette. So this is their by Alter Ego. It's their newest launch. It's called Daylight. When I opened up this eyeshadow palette, that spoke to me. Look at the beautiful shades. You definitely have more like a cool toned. If you like that, then you're gonna love this palette. It has been compared to a certain Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette. I'll stick a picture of that up here. As you know, Alter Ego, they do, I'm going to say they mimic a lot of the higher end palettes, but for a fraction of the price. This one retails for $22 American. And you can also use my code. So I'll put my code down here, MELC, and you get 10% off your order. But I like how it's a mix of some shimmers, some mattes. And as soon as I saw it, I went, oh my goodness, this would be fantastic for like a fall look. I'm going to use a few of the shades. I'll probably have this in another video. Probably one of like my fall videos because this one just spoke to me. And I'm going to use a mixture of the new Rephr brushes and also the ones that Alter Ego sent me. I'll first tell you a little bit about the brushes that Rephr sent to me. So Rephr recently teamed up with another YouTuber. Her name is Alexandra, but that's her there. You probably recognize her. She's a huge, huge YouTuber. But they reached out and wanted to create a brush with her. So this is the Rephr AA01. It has her name on it. I haven't used it yet. I just got it the other day, but what a beautiful brush. What I'll do is I'll insert her video where she launched the brush. I'll add her video down in my description box just so you can go check it out. She goes into like a lot of detail about the brush, how it came to fruition and everything of how she created it. So I'll use that one later on. It's a multitasking brush. I'm going to use it to apply my bronzer, but I wanted to get into some of the other brushes. They also included some of her favorite brushes from Rephr, but what they did was they made the handle is a little bit longer, which was really, really nice. And then the Alter Ego brush, I'm going to say, as I mentioned earlier, these look like they are very, very similar to the BK Beauty, the Angie Hot and Flashy line. Especially, I'll show you one in particular. So this looks very, very similar to my concealer brush. So this is well, it's a little dirty right now. I just used it the other day. I haven't had time to wash them. So there is the Angie Hot and Flashy. And there's the Alter Ego. Very similar. So we're going to use that for our concealer today. We'll use a combination of both of the brands because I really was curious to try them out. And I suck at swatching. I'm just going to be honest. So I'm going to stick a picture over here of the swatching from the website of what it looks like because that is very professional looking. So you can kind of see the shades. I'll show you each shade that I'm using. But yeah, I'm not gonna swatch each shade. So the first one I'm gonna go in with is this one right here. It's called Airy. And you know what? I always like to start with a nice neutral transition shade. So that's what I'm gonna go in with. I'm gonna also use this Alter Ego. This is the 205 brush. It's a nice fluffy brush just to do put all over the lid. Oh, I forgot to tell you, this also retails for, the whole brush line retails for $24. So that's an amazing price to get some nice brushes. So I'm just going to take that, apply it all over the lid, right up to my brow bone. Okay, so far the brush feels nice. It is applying the product well. It's not like streaky or blotchy or anything like that. And that's one of the reasons I always apply like eyeshadow primer. I find it really does help the eyeshadow adhere to the product and there's less creasing that way and less fading throughout the day. So next we're going to go in with this shade right beside it and it is called Fresh. Look how pretty. It's like a peach color. And I'm going to use one of the new Rephr brushes. This is the Rephr 15 brush. Look at how beautiful that handle is. So nice. And then the actual fluffy eyeshadow brush. And I'm just going to apply that right in, like right above the crease. I'm not going to go right into my crease. So far, I'm not having any issues with it not blending. I love the color story. Like the color story is great. I like the layout of the palette like that. I like how everything is just all like in a nice sequence that you can mix and match all the shades. And you guys know, whenever I have an Alter Ego palette on here, they're just a really great brand for making the eyeshadows affordable and like nice quality. All right, so I'm just going to take the Rephr, this is the 02 brush. So it's more of like a flat flat brush. And I'm going to go in with the shade, that shade right there. It's called Faith. I'm just going to apply that right onto my eyelid, my mobile eyelid. Yeah, that looks nice. And then because I need a little bit of shimmer on my eyes, we're going to go in with this one right here. It's called Divine. And I usually just use my fingertip. Yeah, that's nice. That right on the inner corner. But so far the palette's really nice. All the shades blended in nicely. They're not blotchy. Like they feel like butter. Like my finger right now feels like very smooth. And I only take the shimmer just like in the inner corner and about halfway on my mobile lid. So it's just a subtle look. Nothing too drastic or anything like that. Just a really nice subtle. I like that. That's nice. I recently had a company called GenC send me a few products, and I was familiar with the brand because I had seen that they had won a few Allure beauty awards. So I was actually quite intrigued by the brand. So when they reached out to me, I was like, oh, absolutely. Because they said, can we send you a few products? I was like, absolutely. I would love to try their brand. So they sent me a whole bunch of things in this cute little bag. I'm going to use some of them in another video, but the ones that I am going to use today is this is called the Cruise Liner. So it's an eyeliner, and I'm also going to use the cheek and lip color. So a little bit about this brand is they are a clean brand, vegan, and they're a brand that just wants to be really good for the environment, which I really appreciate that. So the liner is in the shade, this is Milano. So it looks like it's a dark brown. I haven't used some of these yet. Quite a pointy tip. And then it looks like it has on the end, oh, it does. Okay, so it has like one of those little sharpeners on the end, but it is like a retractable, which is nice. I know a lot of people like retractable eyeliners. So these are supposed to be creamy, very pigmented, and can last for like 12 plus hours. So we'll start throwing it on. Oh yeah, no, it does. See, that's how I always kind of judge a eyeliner, is if it's like actually applying the product on my eye and I don't have to like manipulate my eye. I don't like doing that because that just causes more wrinkling. But yeah, I was very impressed when I saw that they had actually won some Allure beauty awards, and it gets some really high reviews from customers. So it did a nice job. I'll just kind of swatch it on the back here for you. That's the shade. So a nice, like a rich chocolate brown. There was several other shades. Yeah, that's nice. I like how it doesn't tug on the eye and it it's very smooth. Okay, so we'll turn our attention now to the complexion. I'm going to just leave the eyes for now. We'll come back to that. So let's start off with the Sigma Skin Perfector Hydrating Tint. So they did send me two different shades. One is 2 and 3. So I don't know which one will suit me better. So let's first try number 2. So I was quite excited to see that they were coming out with like a nice face product. Okay, so I think I'm going to I'll go in with 3. So 3 is down here, 2 is the one up top here. Yeah, so we'll go in with 3. I think that one is suiting me a little bit more. The 2 would probably be better in the wintertime when I just have like a really slight little tan on my face. And then I also have that e.l.f. glow on there, which I think has really given me some nice, I think it does give me like a sun-kissed glow, but it's very subtle. I only, like I said, I use like maybe 1.5 drops. So if you want more intensity, then go ahead and build it up. I like how it's like a squeezy bottle. Now, a few things I can tell you about the product is it retails for $39. It comes in 6 different shades. So I'm going to apply it with my fingers, and then we'll go in with a sponge. It does recommend like a brush, but I'm more of a sponge person. So we'll see how that looks. So it says it's a perfect balance between skincare and makeup. It's a hydrating boost of moisturizer and a lightweight buildable coverage of a liquid foundation, which I can see I'm going to be able to build this up. I'm just going to go in with my Rephr sponge. So you can do this from a sheer to a medium coverage. So the ingredients are hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, plant-derived squalene, niacinamide. It's going to give a dewy, natural-looking finish, which I can already see. Can you see how dewy I am looking? That's nice. I like that. So this is non-comedogenic, water and sweat resistant, long-wearing, cruelty-free, vegan, alcohol-free, talc-free, formaldehyde-free, gluten-free, paraben-free, and mineral oil-free. So that is a lot of goodness. Oh, you guys, look at how lovely this is. Can you see the glow it's giving me? Oh my goodness, look at that. That is lovely. And I have been building it up a little bit. If I had used a brush, it would give me a little bit more coverage. But I do like shearing products out. I like more of a natural look. Oh, that is so beautiful. It blended in like a dream. It feels really light on the face. I don't feel like I'm wearing anything actually on my face at all. Wow, this is nice. I also do want to mention, completely forgot earlier, I do have a discount code with Sigma. So I'll put my discount code here and that gives you 10% off your order. So I always love, like, if I can save a little bit of money for you guys, go ahead and take advantage of that. Okay, really impressed with the skin tint. That looks awesome. So for concealer today, we're going to go in with the Laura Mercier. This is called the Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Concealer. I have this in the shade 1N1. That's what it looks like. So that is described as fair with cool, neutral undertones. So nice doe foot applicator. Now I'll only do one side for now. Remember I have that Sigma color corrector under there. So that did a nice job of getting rid of the darkness under my eyes. So when I apply concealer then I just put a little bit where, like right in the hollow there where I'm darkest. And I take it up just a little bit. I try not to interfere with the eyeshadow too much. And we're going to go in now with that Alter Ego concealer brush. So I use, sometimes what I do too is I let the concealer just sit on my skin for a few seconds, and the warmth of my skin, it's easier to blend that way. So the brush is nice and soft. It's doing a nice job actually of blending the concealer in. It fits nicely, just like the Angie Hot and Flashy, it just fits nicely in that hollow. Okay, so this is the one side done here. And this concealer is described as being long-lasting, medium, like a medium coverage. It definitely is a medium coverage. It's not full coverage. It is giving me like a natural finish under the eye. It's supposed to be waterproof and hydrating. I do like that it feels like, even when I'm looking now under my eye here, you can see it because it does have like a serum in it. So that's giving me like super hydrated under eyes. Holy smokes. As I'm moving my face around, I can kind of see the sheen in the mirror. And it also says that it provides 16 hours of wear. And yeah, there is days where I actually wear my makeup that long. So I thought, what the heck? Let's use a lash primer today. I haven't used a lash primer in so long, but I was in the drugstore and I saw the Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer. And what a lash primer is supposed to do is it's supposed to help give a little bit more volume to your mascara. It's supposed to like assist it. But what impressed me was the price. I think this was like $5. So I thought, well, let's give this a whirl. I have used L'Oreal in the past, and I did like that one. But this one was just like a little bit more affordable for that. So let's see if it's any success with it. And I wanted to use it with a mascara that I'm familiar with. So we'll just kind of let that sit for a minute. One of the mascaras right now that I'm currently really liking, I have about 3 on the go right now. So I'm trying to mix them between my different days of wearing makeup. But the one that I am really enjoying is the Covergirl Cleantopia. But it's the shade. What is the actual shade here? It is called, this is Ultramarine Black. It's like a dark navy. All right, let's give this a try. So you can see kind of how there's a little bit of white on my lashes. Sometimes lash primers don't do the greatest job of covering up that white. Okay, so this is doing, this is okay. This is doing a good job of covering up that. All right, so yes, it's giving me a little bit more volume. I have shorter lashes, more like little stubbier lashes. So I really have to build up my mascara. And that's why a lot of times you see me usually wearing like some kind of like falsies, half lashes or strip lashes, just because I want a little bit more oomph. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring you up. I'm gonna say like 1.5 coats. So pretty decent actually. I think I have a little bit more volume than I normally do. All right, then I'm just gonna take my favorite. This is one of my favorite Rephr brushes. It's the 03 brush, but it's the perfect size for doing right under your lower lash line if you do put product under your lower lash line. And I'm going to go back in with that shade Faith. I'm going to run this along the bottom. I really am liking how this whole look is coming together. It's so exciting. I love trying new products. So this next one is NYX Buttermelt Bronzer. So this was launched, I'm going to say several months ago, but we just recently got it here in Canada. I haven't used it yet, so I'm just going to open it up. It's sealed up. So this came, from what I could see, like 8 different shades, and they all have like this really cute name. So the one that I picked up is called Butta Biscuit. So it's a medium golden butter bronzer. Oh, it has a nice smell to it. Oh, it smells like a vanilla kind of smell. Oh my goodness. I hope I didn't pick up too dark of a shade. That feels so smooth. Oh my goodness. So it says it's infused with shea butter, mango butter, and almond butter. 12-hour wear. Glides like butter, fade, and transfer resistant up to 12 hours. Well, I am really curious. So I'm now going to go in with that new Rephr brush, the AA01. Look at how beautiful that is. Oh my goodness. I love, love, love trying new brushes. I'm such a believer in the tools that you use to apply your makeup make such a difference to how your makeup looks. And also making sure that you wash your brushes. I know sometimes they can kind of get, it's a chore. Believe me, I do it a lot. I have to wash my brushes a lot because I use them a lot. And it is a chore. But I do set some time away for, okay, I have to do this now. I generally do it about once a week if I can, but like I said, tools make such a difference. Rephr brushes are some of the best out there. So how they describe this brush as it's a do-it-all petite cheek brush. AA01 features an innovative single press ferrule that allows for a shape that's fluffy and blendable, yet unexpectedly precise. So I am going to use, you can probably see like this one side has more of a indentation, like an angle to it. So that's the side I'm going to use for bronzer. And now I do only want to put a little bit on the brush because it looks like it's really, really pigmented. All right, so let's go in with this. Oh, oh my goodness, you guys. Oh boy. Like you can see, I barely have anything on my brush, right? Oh, wow. Okay. Oh my goodness, that looks beautiful. Oh, the brush feels great. That is so soft. If you've ever watched any of my videos where I do talk about Rephr brushes, they are made in Japan. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Holy smokes. Okay, so between the combination, this is really pigmented. This is a fantastic brush. Oh my goodness. How precise is that? And I'm blown away. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to try that again. Like, I am literally, like, I'm going like that, you guys. Okay, like, I am going like that. Oh, my goodness. Like, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. Okay, so this was a great combo. This literally felt like it just melted into my skin. And the brush, how precise and beautiful, applied it. No streaking whatsoever. So fantastic, fantastic brush. I did go ahead and kind of did my forehead and just on my chin and stuff like that under on my neck to blend everything in, but great combination. And then the next thing we're going to go in with is that other product I was telling you about for my cheeks. This is the GenC. This is the Clean Sheen Cheek and Lip Color. They sent me the shade Apricot, which is a peachy kind of glow to it. So I'm just going to shake it up a little bit. And I like it when companies put the little like stopper on it so that you know it hasn't been tampered with at all. So I'm going to put this on the back of my hand. Ooh, that's really, really pretty. Oh, look at that color. That brush that was sent by Alter Ego. So this is the 102 brush. And again, it mimics that Hot and Flashy, the cheek brush. Very, very similar. I'm just going to take some up on my brush. Oh, look how beautiful it shears out. And that's what it says about this product. Let me just give you a few of the details. So it's a buildable, blendable color for both cheeks and lips. Easy to apply, can do everything from a sheer wash of color to a real pop of color. So let's see what we mean by, oh yeah, so you can sheer it out. Oh, that's a beautiful shade. I like more peachy kind of shades. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at that nice shade. It does have a whole bunch of other shades. I'll insert that color swatch over here. So it's giving a natural glowy finish to your complexion. Again, these are vegan, cruelty-free. It says that the hero ingredient is squalene for moisture. You see, I still have a bunch on the brush. And like that's enough color for me. And look at how much, like I put just a dot, right? You guys saw that I put just a dot on my hand, and look at how much is left. So I'm just gonna, I'll show you guys how well it blends in. That's all, I don't wanna waste the product that way, but look at, that is so gorgeous. So you just need like a little dot of this. Like it is a tiny little packaging. What they do say about the packaging is the tube for this product is small because we aim to keep packaging to a minimum for sustainability reasons. However, the fill weight, the amount of product in the tube is on par with similar products. So I think that's awesome that they are utilizing every little space in this tube. So that's a great, I love that when companies do that sort of stuff. You know what? Honestly, I was going to go in with some highlighter today. I was going to go in with that Patrick Ta highlighter. I've only used it on my channel once, so I was just going to show you that because it was a new product. But you know what? This, with all the products that I have on today, this is giving me enough glow on my cheeks that I think I'm good. Like this looks beautiful. Like where I would usually put highlighter, there's just some gorgeous luminosity going on there. So I'm not going to bother with highlighter. We are going to go in with the lips. So I picked up a new lip liner. So this is Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner, but it's the shade that I really intrigued me. It's called Totally Toffee. So it looked like, I mean, I have a ton of like neutral and nude type of lip liners, but this one looked gorgeous. Retractable liner. Let me see if I can find some hand space here. Ooh, oh, that's lovely. It's right there. All right, so let's go in with this. I love Maybelline. They do have some really nice lip liners. Very creamy. Well, I could probably get away with just the lip liner. And like even I could probably just put a gloss on and call it a day. But I do want to use, I picked up a new lipstick. Now it's new to me, not new like into the makeup world. So it's a L'Oreal and it is called the Nude Admirable. They have a whole line of like super slim lipsticks, but the shade looked gorgeous. I love when they put like that little, when it hasn't been used yet. Look at how beautiful it is. Almost like you don't even want to disturb it. It looks so pretty. But I thought it would look nice with the lip liner. So there's the shade there, and then that's the lip liner right there. So I thought they would look really pretty together. Oh, what a beautiful shade. Ooh, I love it. I love this, like the slimness of the lipstick. It fits really nice on the lip. Oh, I love this combination. Hi, everyone. So this is actually the next day from when I filmed. And I had wanted to give you guys an update at the end of the night. That was my plan, but things just got away from me, and I'll just say that. So here I am. I applied all the makeup the exact same way when I was filming yesterday. Just to give you guys a look to see what it looks like in natural light, how beautiful the Sigma, this Skin Perfector Hydrating Tint, how well it wore. So last night when I went to take it off, my makeup looked exactly the same way as when I applied it in the morning, which I was shocked at. Like I was really trying to scrutinize everything. I was looking at my whole face in the mirror, and I was shocked at how well it had lasted. And that would have been a good like 13, 14 hours. So super impressed with the Sigma. The e.l.f. bronzing drops. Again, great product. I love the luminosity. Like you can see how luminous my skin is looking. So the combination of these two products together is amazing. Amazing stuff. The eyeliner from GenC, that worked out really well. There was no, like it didn't smudge at all. It stayed true the whole day on my top eyelashes. It didn't fade at all. So that's a great one. And then the last product that I'm really super impressed with is the NYX, the Buttermelt bronzer. I think I'm gonna go get another shade because I was shocked at how well this worked. Didn't fade throughout the day. Look at how nice and natural it looks. I have that GenC blush on again, that apricot color, but the actual bronzer, this bronzer is spectacular. I love it. I don't know, maybe did I find a new bronzer that replaces my L'Oreal one? We'll see. And I think this is actually gonna earn a top spot for one of my favorite palettes. The shades are just right up my alley. And then this was another product that it looked exactly the same way. Even when I went to remove it last night, like all of the nice little shimmer that I have on my eyelid still looked the same, hadn't budged, didn't fade at all. There was no creasing at all. So I'm gonna be using this a lot, I can tell, coming up in the fall. So I do just wanna say thank you so much to Sigma and Alter Ego and GenC and Rephr for sending me the products that I can test out and give you guys my honest feedback. If I do have any sort of like discount code, I'll link those down in my description box for you. And also any sort of relevant websites if you wanted to go check them out as well. So don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you're not already. And as always, I hope everybody has a great week and a great life, and I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!